Hey guys, it's your boy MKS back again. Oh, I was in there. Sorry, the timer froze for some reason. Anyway, sorry. So boy MKS back again with another topic about M.G.T.O.W. I've pronounced it. I think this is going to be the last one I talk about M.G.T.O.W. for today. I'm probably going to move on to other things like being mixed race and stuff like that. Anywho, hope I covered the last video as respectively as possible and as well as possible and all that good stuff. I was thinking of doing the rules of M.G.T.O.W, but I don't think they should be rules as such, where you force those rules onto other people, or to force those rules. Sorry, but yeah. So I think there should be more ways rather than rules of M.G.T.O.W. Anyway, to be honest, if I confess to this, if I'm honest with you, sorry, I did choose to go talk about M.G.T.O.W partly because it is an emotive or controversial topic. So hopefully, I must admit, I wanted to use it in the title to get more views, I could admit, but I also did want to cover the topic with respect. And again, members of the M.G.T.O.W community and others could always share their 2 cents, if you like, their views about, or your views about what I say, and whether you think what I say resonates with you or not, or whether you think it's correct or not, or if you like, or whether you agree with it or not, basically. But anyway, as I say, ways, I thought I'd put ways instead of rules, because I don't think they should be rules, but I think they're more suggestions or advice, because I don't like to make rules or tell people what to do or anything like that. So, as I say, I thought I'd cover so some sort of suggestions, as I say, rather than rules. So I called it ways or methods, or sorry, I called it ways, but it's basically suggestions or advice, if you like. And probably, obviously, I don't know if I'm not saying anyone should listen to me necessarily, but what I'd personally advise any bloke today, I mean, it's a difficult one, because I kind of believe in God, and whether I like to or not, I kind of believe in the biblical teachings. So although I don't really, I wish God never made that sort of rules about weddings or marriage, personally, to be honest, but I kind of wouldn't want to challenge him because he's bigger than me. but obviously my beliefs, so I kind of believe in it. But some people might say, if you're a Christian, you should believe in weddings or marriage or stuff like that. I just, it's not my sort of thing, really. But yeah, so anyway, I thought I'd get through some of the ways or rules or whatever it's called, but I don't really want to use them as rules or laws or anything like that, because I think that sounds a bit forceful. But you could say laws of M.G.T.O.W or rules of M.G.T.O.W, just for the sake of the title. Like if I made a book, I could say rules of M.G.T.O.W or laws of M.G.T.O.W. But anyway, one, I don't think you should share your space, your house. I wouldn't advise men to get wedded or married or anything like that. One, I wouldn't advise them to get wedded or married, but then again, it's like, I mean, they might, some guys might like to do that sort of stuff, but I think by law, women are much more protected, like, generally speaking, asset-wise. Someone was saying if you are going to get married, you should either do so to someone who earns at least as much as, or has a similar lifestyle as you, or even better. So I think you should check out his talk, and it's the guys from Entrepreneurs in Cars, but he did a speech to a crowd of mainly males, I think, where he said the law will maintain their lifestyle. So if you marry someone poorer than you, or if you're a CEO or an entrepreneur and you marry a hairdresser or whatever, it doesn't earn much, although hairdressers can also earn fair amount, I assume. But as an example, if you divorce, then the law is designed to maintain the lifestyle they've now acquired. So you could lose a lot of your assets. I know that's, because to me, like, romance means men paying for stuff. So people say it's not very romantic, but that's what romance kind of is. But because I think it's like a business, some people describe it like a business contract or a general contract. If you wouldn't sign something where, like, if you went into business with me or vice versa, let's say if you went into business with me, would you sign something which says, if the business goes wrong, I get half your assets and you are left with kind of less or with nothing or whatever? or you don't get any of mine. So what this guy advises, rightly or wrongly, is that if you are going to marry, you should make sure it's a person who earns as much or more than you, because then it makes things a lot easier in the long run. I think it's strange that it's strange when people get married and they not live together for a week or even a day, and they want to get married and spend the rest of their life together, supposedly, which is what it's supposed to be. But it's so easy to get divorced now, as far as I'm aware. And some people say women are pushing to get divorced or whatever. And anyway, I don't want to offend anyone, but so it's, if you are going to get wedded or married or anything like that, I don't know why you'd rush into it or not get to know the person, their character and all that, and find out what type of person they are, even probably see if they're charitable or they're going to be, or they've got hot. So I think too many men must think, oh, she's pretty, so we're more shallow when it comes to looks, perhaps, and that kind of thing. So it's kind of like we're blinded by their beauty, but that's not going to last it forever. And even if it does, you're not going to be with them if they're going to just be with you for your money. That's not going to, if anything goes wrong, like in the Wolf of Wall Street, when the guy lost all it, Jordan Belfort lost his money or whatever, went to prison. I'm not saying that's why his girlfriend left him, or his wife, because he was a bit of a, I won't say the word, but so there could be other reasons. But he said, "What a coincidence! I've lost all my business and I'm going to prison. Now you have decided that you've had enough." So anyway, number one, I wouldn't advise anybody personally to wed or marry. I mean, it's difficult on the religious ground, I suppose, and guys have a certain need. I don't think we like company as much. I mean, I get lonely, but not in the same way as other people, so not as probably as much as women do. So, I think like the worst thing you could do to me is probably put me in a planet by myself. But I do get lonely. I do like company, and I do like to have, as you probably can tell, and I do like people to listen. And I do like to discuss and that kind of thing. But I don't like to share my space. I don't like it when people call me when I'm trying to think, or when I'm trying to write, or when I'm trying to do something creative or whatever, and someone says, "Michael," they want me to do something else or whatever. And like running the errands, carrying things, opening doors for people, and doing all this sort of stuff, and being the pride, I'm just not really interested in all that sort of stuff. So again, it depends on, it's horses for courses, I suppose. If you are a person who likes to do that sort of stuff, some men like to be providers. They think it's what they should do as men, which is fine. It's their way of life. But to me, I wouldn't advise anyone to wed or marry, because I love my own space. But if you do, I think you should at least live with them for a month or something like that, at least a week or a fortnight or something like that. So, but if people haven't lived together for a day, how do you know you're going to be okay with their bedroom habits, like they snore, or they wake you up at night, or they take the blanket, or they have some sort of annoying habit, wake up in the morning waking you up, or waking up without really caring, or stuff like that. I know you can probably say in love you can put up with those things, but I don't know. Probably depends on the individual. I'm wary I'm taking quite long, so I don't want this video to be too long, but that's just one thing I wouldn't advise is to. But if you are, I think you should at least have a trial time where you live a trial period of living together, see if you can actually stomach the other person. It's all confusing to me, but anyway, relationships and humanity, and the way I think, as I say, I'm probably slightly autistic, as my mum would say. But anyway, and I know it's something I wouldn't be able to put up with for that long, because you could say, oh, it's all right if you love the person, you put up with some of those habits, but bear in mind you're going to probably have to put up with them for a long time. But yeah, I wouldn't advise people to get wedded or married, but again, if they would, I would advise them to at least live together. Secondly, I wouldn't advise you to move in. I wouldn't advise blokes to move in with a woman or to let them move in with them. And that's another controversial thing, but I just think it's better if you have your own space. There's a joke in an advert where this old lady says she's married to this guy and it's lasted for so long, and they said, "Oh, how do you live together for that long?" And she said, "Oh, we don't actually live together, and that's why it works." So, but I think some people say, women have the loneliness gene. They like relationships. They like to be with someone who takes care of them. They want that companionship. I think men can need that like a hole in the head. Again, I don't want to offend anyone, but yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't advise you to move in with a woman, or to let a woman move into your space. Another thing is 3. haven't really thought about the order of this, but I wouldn't advise people, males, to have children today, because I think if you have children, like in court, child support, I think people say you have to pay it for the rest of your life. Even if you lose your job, your income goes downhill, you're still expecting. And apparently many men have gone to jail or really struggled financially to do that. So unless the system really change, and I think with that there'll be so much pressure on the government to make changes and to protect, dare I say, probably even to protect men from having to pay child support, or whatever you call it. Maternity, no, it's not maternity pay, is it? Child support or alimony or something like that. I think that's it. When you're divorced, I don't know. But anyway, child support, whatever you want to call it. I think, if so many males say, we can't have children because it costs us too much and it's too much of a burden on us, something, the government will probably have to do something to change the law so that more men will want to have children. But I wouldn't advise a bloke, if a bloke says, I'm thinking of having children, even if you love children, I think, in the divorce, dare I say, in the divorce court, you can lose your children anyway, and that would be more hurtful. Me, myself, I love children, and in an ideal world, I'd love to have my own children, and take care of them and make them happy and all that. But I think all the problems in the world, I wouldn't want to raise children in this world anyway, even if you took away the financial burden, but it costs so much over time. But again, these are all my personal opinions. I want to advise people to wed, marry, share their space, move in with a woman, let a woman move in with you, or have children. Not sure about, I don't know what advice I'd give to gay couples or anything like that, but not sure if it would be the same or not. I'm trying to think of any other sort of rules or laws. Again, I don't like to call them rules or laws, but ways. Things to sort of live by. I'm trying to think. Don't move in with them, don't let them move in with you, don't get wedded, don't marry. I probably wouldn't advise much relationships. I think most relationships are like guys having to pay, but I know guys have a certain need, so I suppose if you, depending on how religious you are, or that sort of thing, I wouldn't advise guys to be sly or sort of be dishonest with women or break the law or anything like that either. But yeah, sorry, lost my train of thought now. But yeah, I can't think of any other rules. But off the top of my head, I might think of some more, but maybe I'll cover them next Monday. Hope this wasn't too bad. Hope I didn't do too bad a job. I know I would have liked to have kept it to about 10 minutes, but I did sort of not plan it as well as I should have done. Hopefully next Monday, I'll do some more videos about M.G.T.O.W, and I will plan them a bit more, think about what I want to say, possibly plan them out in my head before I go to sleep, maybe write them up or whatever. Another thing I've got to do today is sort out some of my paperwork. So please wish me well for that one, because I'm going to need a lot of help. But yeah, so what did you think about this video? Please let me know. Do you agree with it? Would you say that you would advise men not to get wedded or married, or do you think it's all those other things talked about, living together and all that sort of stuff, letting them move in with you, moving in with them, having children, or do you think it's horses for courses? Like, again, I think it's horses for courses, but these are things, personally for me, I wouldn't advise, and I don't think you should allow your family or society to pressure you if it's not the life you want to live. I think you should live the life you want to live, like I'm doing YouTube. Many people might advise me not to do YouTube because I'm nuts. People will see it, or I might say the wrong thing, or which I try not to do, but people might know how mad I am, or things like that. I'm normally quite shy guy, so people might not, but it's what I want to do. So it's a difficult one because I want to offend the big guy up there. But yeah, so anyway, I'd love to hear your opinion, what you think. I hope I didn't offend anyone. Hope I didn't disrespect anyone. I was going to say I was going to write up in the last video, and maybe I will later on, that it's not. I don't hate women or anyone for that matter, or any group. I wish, like, if God gave me a choice, I'd never hate anyone or anything. I'm quite a loving person, but probably easy to be upset, easy to disappoint, or easy to, I don't want to say heartbreak, but be easy to break my heart, because it's a bit corny, but anyway, that kind of thing. So that's probably why I avoid relationships. And also, you could probably say I'm making excuses. We can't blame me. I've got an overtime, but you could say I'm making excuses because no one would actually have me anyway, which is probably true as well. But even if they would, even if I had loads of money or loads of ability to attract women, I still wouldn't want to do all those things I talked about. But anyway, I'd love to know what you think. I'm going to stop waffling. Hope you have a great day. Peace and love. Sorry if I've offended anyone. I hope I haven't. Peace and love.